The Signed Card by Brother John Hammond. It's one of my favorite tricks because it uses two of my favorite plots, the mystery card and the sandwich. The original is fantastic, but I've changed the overall handling in the presentation to really justify why you're using two cards to pick up another card. In any case, I recommend you check out the original. You can find it in The Secrets of Brother John Hammond. So I call this ham and cheese. Get it? Brother John Hammond, ham and cheese sandwich. Okay. Let's get into it. Have you ever seen the in-between card trick? No? Well, it's the one where you take two kings and you make a card appear in between the kings. And now most magicians only do it once, but today I'm going to try to do it not once, but twice, alright? So, first we need a card selected, so stop right here. Alright, remember that card? Goes back somewhere in the middle of the deck, maybe right around there. Alright, now the secret is to get your card in between the two kings, alright? It just takes one simple move like this. All you gotta do is take the kings, sort of wiggle them around like this, and all of a sudden, one card appears in between the two kings, your card. Now that could have been any card, but just to make it completely unique, we will take a marker and we'll put your name on the face of the card. So we'll just put SD like that, alright? So once again, we'll take the card, put it around the middle of the deck, right around here. It's about halfway, but just to make it even more impossible, let's put it somewhere closer to the bottom. That way it takes longer to get to the kings. Alright, it might not work, but we'll try it out. Alright, so look, two kings. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, again, secret move. So wiggle them around like this. Hopefully we can get one card in between. Dang it, that's not the card. Close though. But you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work, so when it doesn't, I do have a standby, or I do have a backup, which is over here in the card box. Now I did say I would make it appear not once, but twice in between the kings, so here it is. There you go, your signing card in between those two kings. Now you only signed one card, so that'd be impossible, but what was your card again? The Seven of Hearts with your name on it. Alright, so here's how you set up this trick. So we'll need is the two kings, and you'll put one of them inside of the cellophane of the card box like this, or you can just put it, inside of the box itself. But I like to put it right here. That way, it's sort of seen the whole time of the trick, and just put it there. Alright, so the other king, you put it somewhere, in the deck. It doesn't really matter. So what you do is you spread through the deck like this, and as you're doing that, you're talking, you're saying, have you ever seen the in-between card trick? And they might say no because it's made up, right? So what you do is you say, look, it's the one where you make a card appear in between the two kings. You can just show the king when you get to it, and then you just take it and turn it down like this, and you say, most magicians only do it once, but today I'm not going to only do it once, but twice. And you're talking like this, and you sort of tilt the deck toward yourself so where they can't see it. And you take out any random card, maybe like the Four of Spades or any like black spot card, right? So you take it and turn it down, just the same as you did with the king. And don't be worried about this, because the whole time you're talking about the in-between card trick, you're saying you're not going to do it once but twice, and they're focused on that. They're not focused on what you're doing with the king, right? This doesn't really matter right now. Because if you just did it like this, here, I'll put the king back in. Right there. If you just did this, like, say, I'm going to take the two red kings out. Where's the first one? Let's see, it's right here. And where's the second one? Hold on. Yep, there it is right there. That becomes suspicious, right? Because they're thinking, is that really the king? Why is he doing that weird thing, right? But, talking about the in-between card trick, saying you're going to do it twice, they're intrigued and they're focused on that rather than the deck and the cards. Alright, so the stage is set. You have on the table your random card and the king of diamonds. Alright, so now what you do here is you have a card selected and controlled at the top. The control I did in the performance is sort of a variation on the dribble toss control, and I call it the real dribble toss control. And I've taught it before, but I'll just teach it briefly here again. So what you do is you dribble the cards like this, and they say stop anywhere, right? So they say stop maybe right here, and what you do is you thumb over this card and come over with this packet in middle grip, and you just take it under like this, in a side dog position, and show them the card, six of spades. You come over, align that card on that packet. At the same time, you take the second card above that card with your fingers, right, like this. So the card is switched, and what you do here is you dribble the cards on the table and toss it at any time. Dribble those on, dribble those on the cards on top. But at speed, and you have to do it fast, it really shades it. So once again, show them the card, 6 of clubs, and then do it fast. And when you do it fast like that, it's really undetectable, alright? So dribble the cards, toss it in, dribble those on, and the cards controlled to the top. But any method you like is fine. You can just do a double undercut, alright? So in any case, what you do is you get a break under the top card like this while you're taking the king. So this sort of misdirection hides the pinky break pushover, right? So you do that. You take the kings and you say, look, the secret move is this. And you're actually doing a secret move, alright? So you hide it by pretending to do a secret move, alright? So you put the kings on like this, and you say, look, all you do is wiggle them around, and what you're doing here is doing the standard sandwich load. So you pick up all 3 cards in middle grip, them over the first one, and they say, look, all you do is wiggle them around like this. Boom, now you have a double. Wiggle the kings around, and boom, that's a secret move, which ironically is a secret move. Now what you do here is push over 2 cards like this openly, and you say, look, 1 card appears in between the 2 kings, so you push over those 2 cards. Well, really 3 like this, and you want to make it appear as though it's in between the kings, although you never really show, you only show 1 king, so you're like this, and then you take 2 cards like this and push that over, so it's like a 3 card sandwich, you know. So you do this, turn this wrist over, and thumb that on top, and then turn that back over and put those on the table. So once again, you do that push over, taking the 3 card sandwich like this, and then turn this wrist over, revealing that card is in between the kings like this, and throw them on the table. Now you say, well, that could have been any card, so you reach into your pocket and grab your marker and say, look, let's make it really unique, and you have them sign the card. And as they're doing that, you get a break on the bottom card like this, doing a pinky pull down, and you get your pinky break on the bottom card like this. All right, so while they're signing that, you do that. So we'll do SD again like this, and then you're good to go. So you have your break under the above the bottom card, sorry, and they take the card, and now you're going to do the tip over change by Jack Merlin. All right, so you do this, you're here, give it a swing cut, and tip this over like this, and what you're going to do is just say that's about halfway. So you push the card up with your tips of your fingers, push that up, say that's about halfway, and what you're doing here, you just add that card on top from that break. So exposed view would be this. So you're here, right? You show the card, you push it up, you just drop that card on as you turn over, right? So you're here, and then you're like this, but they don't see that, all right? So what you do here, that's about halfway, but let's put it even deeper. So what you do here is you push that in with your finger as you turn over and push the card with your thumb, all right? So you take that random card now, right? Put it in somewhere near the bottom, maybe right about here, and then do this somewhere near the bottom. So now your card is somewhere near the bottom, and assigned, it'd be completely impossible for that to travel all the way up in between the kings now. But now you're in a good position because you're here, and you take the kings, put them on top again, this time really put them on top normally, like this, do the wiggle move again, pretending to do it. You're not doing anything, but you're just mimicking that that secret move again, right? So you're here, shake the kings around if you want, like this, and do that same move, this time showing the wrong card, right? And they say, oh dang, got the wrong card. And now you've switched out what they think is the king for their card. So dang, that's not the right card. Was I close though? You turn that over if you want to. No, that's the jack. That's the black king. Dang, but you know what? Sometimes I do get this wrong, but I do have a backup. I have a extra card, and it's right here just in case I mess up. All right, so I did promise you I'd do it twice. So you just pull this out, and you put it in between. So again, here we go, put it in between the 2 kings, your assigned card. And of course, this will seem impossible to them, like this, there's no way that could happen. And as you're saying this, but you only signed 1 card, and here's where you do John Hammond's sign card switch. So what you do is you take them sort of in an elbows account pinch grip, right? So you take the top card like this, turn this wrist over, take the top card, turn it face up. And as you're doing that, you sort of reverse spread these 2 cards like this, so in that action. So top card, reverse spread. All right, so once again, top card, reverse spread, and then put that on there like this with your thumb, keep it there, and then turn over this card, which is a king. but you only signed one card, so that would be completely impossible. And then say, what was your card again? The 6 of clubs with your name on it. Boom. So one more time with that switch, you put the card, which is really a king, in between, but you only signed one card. Pick all the cards up, do that top card turnover with the reverse spread at the same time, like this. Thumb that card on top, which is their card. Turn this card face up, which is a king. Boom, it looks like a sandwich. Do that. Boom, you have your impossible miracle. Alright guys, so as always, I hope you learned something new from this video, and thanks for watching. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.